In a quiet African village lived a gentle girl named Zuri. Her long black braids shimmered under the sun, admired by everyone. But it wasn't just her looks. Her kindness and gentle eyes made her truly special. Each night, her mother lovingly combed her hair and said, "Your true beauty is your heart." But one day, she fell ill, and as Zuri held her hand, she whispered her last words, "Always be kind." Then she was gone. After her mother's death, Zuri's father, Bako, a kind man, couldn't cope alone. He married Nyoka, a cold-hearted woman with a lazy daughter named Tamina, who was 5 years younger than Zuri. From the start, Nyoka made Zuri a servant. She cooked, cleaned, and worked all day while Tamina relaxed. Zuri's hands became rough and her body tired, but she remained silent and kind. One night, starving, she gently asked Nyoka for food. With a cold stare, Nyoka snapped, "That's for Tamina. Go find something outside." Zuri quietly stepped into the dark, hungry night. Under the stars, she found a crust of bread and whispered, "Mama, why did you leave me?" Later, brushing her hair in a cracked mirror, she smiled faintly. "They can take everything. Except this. You left me this, Mama." Zuri's beauty was the talk of the village, but never her home. Tamina grew jealous. "Why do they love her?" she asked. Nyoka hugged her and said coldly, "Don't worry, Zuri will never rise above you." That night, Zuri clutched her mother's photo. "I won't let this darkness change me," she whispered. Her dreams remained full of hope, even as life grew harder. Years passed. At 25, Zuri had no jewelry or fine clothes, yet people stopped to admire her grace. But the pain of Nyoka and Tamina's cruelty stayed in her heart. One day Tamina mocked her, "You're just a maid hiding behind a pretty face." Zuri stayed silent, holding on to the quiet belief that one day her life would change. Then came an exciting village announcement, a royal ball. The prince would choose a bride, and all unmarried girls were invited. Hope sparkled in Zuri's heart. She ran to Nyoka. "May I go?" she asked, eyes shining. Nyoka roared, "How dare you? You're a servant. A prince would never look at you." Tamina laughed. "Look at me, I'm a queen. And you? You look like a floor scrubber." Zuri stood tall. "I have the right to dream too," she said firmly. "How will you even go?" Nyoka hissed, "You have no dress. Ask your dead mother." The words hurt, but Zuri breathed deeply. "My mother always said I was meant for something greater." That night, Nyoka lay awake, seething. Zuri must never shine. "Only my daughter deserves to stand out," she whispered bitterly in the dark. Zuri, meanwhile, held her mother's photo and whispered, "I won't give up. I'll make you proud." The stars twinkled gently above her, as if urging her to keep believing. As the ball approached, Zuri worked harder each day, filled with secret hope. Nyoka barked orders nonstop to keep her tired, but Zuri's dream still lived quietly in her heart. Zuri toiled silently from dawn to dusk. But that night, consumed by jealousy, Nyoka crept into her room with scissors in hand. In one cruel moment, she sliced off Zuri's long, treasure braids, the last symbol of her mother's love. At sunrise, Zuri awoke with a scream. Her hair gone. The floor was littered with black strands. Her hands trembled as she clutched her bald head. Nyoka leaned against the doorway, smirking. "Didn't you want to dance, little maid? Then go, let them laugh." Tears flooded Zuri's eyes. Her mother's final gift had been destroyed. But somewhere deep within, a voice echoed, "Your heart is your crown." Zuri rose slowly, wrapped a scarf around her head, and whispered, "You can cut my hair, but not my spirit." Barefoot, she ran to Amina's house, eyes swollen with grief. She cut everything. Zuri sobbed. Without hesitation, Amina embraced her. "Zuri, you are more than your hair. Come in. We'll fix this." Amina pulled out a stunning royal blue dress. "I made this for you," she said softly. Zuri slipped into it, and slowly, her spirit began to lift. Amina handed her a shimmering scarf. "This isn't to hide. This is your armor." That night, the palace sparkled with lantern light. As Zuri stepped into the grand ballroom, silence swept the crowd. "Who is she?" whispered voices asked. Prince Obeisai turned and saw her and couldn't look away. He crossed the floor and offered his hand. "Would you honor me with a dance?" Zuri smiled and nodded. As they twirled, he asked, "Your name?" "Zuri," she replied. "Your strength outshines every jewel," he said, captivated. 25. Suddenly, the doors burst open. Nyoka stormed in, pointing furiously. "She's bald. Choose Tamina instead." Tamina rushed forward, desperate. "Yes, pick me." The ballroom froze. 26. But Prince Obeisai took Zuri's hand. "I choose her, not for what's on her head, but for what's in her heart." The hall erupted in applause. Nyoka stood frozen, her scheme crumbling. Obeisai knelt before Zuri. "Will you marry me?" Her breath caught. "Yes, Obeisai, I will." Amina watched in the crowd, tears in her eyes. The palace roared with joy. Zuri stepped forward. "They took my hair, but not my worth. This scarf? It doesn't hide me. It reveals my strength." The crowd fell silent, hanging on her every word. My mother once said, "Your beauty is your light, but your heart is your crown." Now I know, courage can't be stolen. Kindness cannot be silenced. To every girl here, you are strong. You are enough. Mothers embrace daughters. Girls stood tall. Even Nyoka and Tamina looked down, humbled. Obeisai held Zuri's hand. "Today, you showed us what true royalty looks like." Zuri smiled. Her dream had come true. Not because of her hair, but because of who she was.